He's got clout.
Here we are. It's the beginning of another great day. A sunny summer day. It's the best day for you know what. I'm going to read you a quote from Norm Macdonald. And he says this: the idiot sees the world as good versus evil. The cynic sees the world as evil versus evil. The truth that no one seems to be able to see is that the world is, and always has been, a battle of good versus good. Versus good. Versus good. Versus good. Wow. This is actually really profound. This is the situation we find ourselves in. There are not two sides in which one is good and one is evil. There are two sides in which one feels that it is good and it believes, incorrectly, that the other one is evil. But both sides are pretty sure that their version of the world is the good one. Wow. The world is, and always has been, a battle of good versus good. Versus good. Versus good. Versus good. Versus good. Wow. 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 Wow.
I feel like shit.
Monday, Wednesday, happy days.
Yes, son. I think it's time to get signed up.
It's just one of those days. It's just one of those happy days. It's just one of those happy days. It's just one of those happy days.
Sign me up to
day, it's happening in Detroit. You're feeling okay, we're with you, Detroit. No holding back now, on the right track now. Stand up and tell them you're from Detroit. We build it better, right here in Detroit. Working together, we're making it in Detroit. It's time to shout it, no doubt about it. Stand up and tell them you're from Detroit. You've got the spirit, tell them you're from Detroit. Come on, let's hear it, tell them you're from Detroit. We're a team that's hometown, there's no town like Motown. You're at the heart of it, Seven's a part of it. Stand up and tell them you're from Detroit.
Welcome back, everybody, to another edition of Sign Me Up Tuesday. Well, either way, I'm your host, as always, the ref representing PF Newsroom. That stands for Pro Football Newsroom. We're home of XFL Newsroom, USFL Newsroom, all the newsrooms. We got Arena, we got CFL, we got fan-controlled football. Needless to say, we're getting signed up. So yesterday, we finally learned the 8 teams that would be returning to the USFL. Hopefully the audio's working. Hopefully the video's working. Hopefully everybody's enjoying the new set. It's still a work in progress. We're getting there, folks, but we're doing it Bill O'Reilly style. We're doing it live. And you know what? Normally we do these things on a Saturday, and I'm going to have to say this. Someone's absolutely going to have to call the cops, because it must be illegal to have this much fun this early on a Tuesday. Sign everyone up. Thanks for joining. So like I said, here's what we're going to do, folks. We're going to run through the 8 teams, the 8 logos, and then yours truly, the ref, the one and only, the trusted. Some people love me, some people hate me. The ref is going to be ranking all 8 teams and logos, baby. You might agree, you might disagree, but that's what's part of the fun. That's what's part of the fun here, guys. Again, hopefully you guys are having a good time. Thanks for joining us, at least the people that are here live. I know some people watch this after the fact. This is kind of an impromptu stream. We don't usually stream in the weekdays. We don't usually stream in the middle of the day in the weekdays. But here we are. Camera, we're still getting there, folks. We have one here. We're getting there. I'm traveling. I'm going out of town. We're going to the Midwest tomorrow, and I'm going to get my hands, these little hands right here, on some little slidery White Castles sliding right down my throat. I can't wait. Less than 24 hours from now. Oh, Tron Hawkins with the jokes in the chat here, kicking me while I'm down about losing in fantasy football this week to him. Well, I'll tell you what. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts a lot. I thought I had built a mega team this year. The first 2 weeks, I looked unstoppable. And that was about it. That was about it, folks. But either way, let's jump over to the new web screen. Web screen. Everybody clap for the web screen. Look at this. I got to say, round of applause. This is looking pretty slick. I mean, we're probably going to amend this, probably going to add some different things. I do want to get some background music one of these days, but I'm not going to try that. We're not going that Bill O'Reilly today, folks. Not yet. Not this early. Not on a weekday. But before we get started, as always, we have the unofficial sponsor of the ref, Bud Light. So let's all take a sip. I know it's a good time. If you like the craft beer, if you like the crap beer, if you like the water, iced tea, or cranberry juice, let's get signed up. Hot dog. Like I said, one of these days, we're going to see the SWAT team bust through these doors, hold me down. And don't get any funny ideas out there, guys. But they're going to say, sir, Mr. Ref, do you know what time it is? I don't know. Time to get signed up? No, it's too early to have this much fun on any given day. But either way, here we are. Zach in the chat, he needs some help deciding whether or not to root for the Panthers, Breakers, or the Maulers. So maybe these rankings will help you out here. Before we jump into all that, as always, make sure you follow us over on Twitter at USFL Newsroom, at The Ref Says if you want to follow my opinions, which they're not very good, or at XFL Newsroom. You can also follow any of our podcasts. We have USFL Podcasts. Go follow the Gridiron Gallery. Go follow From the 55-yard line. Oh, my goodness. Maybe I am having too much fun. We also have the Let's Talk XFL podcast. And guess what, guys? I think we might have some more coming, but we won't get into that just yet. So either way, jump into the Twitter. We always have the news pretty quick, and there's a lot of good conversation in the community as well. So the big news, team names, logos. Yesterday, well, actually it was 2 days ago, the USFL tweeted that on Monday's edition of The Herd, we would be learning some news. They didn't say what it was at the time, but they said it was going to be some news. I think a lot of people expected it was going to be team names. And you know what? Shortly after that announcement came out, it was revealed, or it was found out, if you will, all of the teams had been registered on Instagram and Twitter. And it was even more solidified when the ones on Instagram, I believe, other than the Stars, were verified prior to the announcement. But right before the Herd kicked off on the air, the USFL tweeted again, basically saying, you're going to learn the team names, you're going to learn the divisions. We didn't know if we'd see the logos, but I assumed we may. We didn't see any of them in the trademarks other than the Stars. We talked about that. So we kind of knew what the team names were prior, so you could kind of make the assumptions on what the division split was. But let's go to it. Let's see what Fox Sports had to write on the whole situation here. So USFL unveils team cities, nicknames, and logos for 2022 debut. The new league city affiliations, team names, and logos for all 8 franchises were unveiled on the Herd on FS1 on Monday. So yesterday, kind of like what we were just saying here. So here's the teams here. We have the Michigan Panthers. Again, the last pro football team to win a championship in the state of Michigan, other than the Drive, if you're counting Arena, because I was called out on that pretty quick on social media yesterday. And kudos to our Michigan football fans for keeping me honest, because you know what? I'll take as many championships as I can get. We have the New Jersey Generals, which, I mean, you kind of have to. They were one of the bigger teams when you look at the original league. Some people love them, some people hate them. Some people hate them for various reasons. But regardless, they're coming back without any of the affiliations that, if you didn't like them, they're not there. We have the Philadelphia Stars. Like I said, we saw the trademark for that one prior. The Pittsburgh Maulers. The Birmingham Stallions, I mean, of course. I mean, it hasn't been confirmed yet. But, I mean, we all know that the USFL is going to be playing out of Birmingham, Alabama this year. Well, maybe we don't know. Maybe there's a slim 0.01 chance that they don't. But I'm fairly certain they will. Again, they haven't announced it. They just said that they're going to be playing in a central location. They just haven't said where that central location will be. But, I mean, we haven't seen any other reports of any other cities or any other funding or anything like that. So we expect that announcement to be coming soon. I didn't, when we had Sign Me Up Saturday just the other day, I didn't expect to hear an announcement this week because the holidays, I was proven wrong. Maybe we'll get another announcement I still think we'll probably get it next week. We'll see. I am known to be wrong. Aaron, again, yes. Detroit Drive, AFL Championship. So, again, I'll take as many championships as I can get. So we have, and again, this one's tough for me because I was born in Michigan. And I live in Houston, or in the Houston area. So the Gamblers, the Houston Gamblers coming back. It's pretty exciting for me. And I've always loved the old Houston Gamblers logo, but we're going to get into the rankings here in a little bit. The New Orleans Breakers, and I know there's a lot of New Orleans fans that are excited about this. These are one of these teams, at least in the recent spring football leagues, New Orleans has kind of been left out of the bunch. The USL giving you some love. And, of course, the Tampa Bay Bandits. Sign them up. Let's look at these logos as well, right? Here, can I just open this up? We'll just open this bad boy up. There we go. That's all 8 logos right there. And they also had alternate logos for each. And we can actually jump into that. I wish there was a spot. Oh, good. Perfect. Right here. Man, sometimes it just works out when you don't plan. I should have planned for this. So beyond the logos, we have alternate logos for each as well. So these things could be on the shoulders, the helmets, maybe just the scoreboards, all various different things here. The Michigan Panthers, the General. So again, all of these are very similar to their original iterations. Let's just go in here, right? I thought this was going to be easy, but no, they had them further down. So let's just keep scrolling here. Let's just keep on scrolling. But while we're doing this, it is nice to see that the USFL social media teams are now active, right? We've seen wallpapers, lock screen wallpapers, like I said, alternate logos for each. Like I said, we're not going to jump into the rankings yet. That's coming soon. But I'm loving these. So we'll just scroll through them each real quick. Again, there's been some controversy around the Maulers colors. Oh, so what I was going to say, so these are all very similar to the original logos that you had in the original XFL with just some subtle touches across each. And I think that's perfect. I think if they would have came out with just the original logos, people would have poo-pooed on that a little bit. And maybe for good reason. But by touching it up a little bit, it makes it a little bit more modern. I think all the locations are solid picks. I'm very happy to see Michigan get a team. Again, we weren't sure how that was all going to work out, considering that the Carolina Panthers had filed a grievance against the trademark, at least filed an extension to try to mark against it. So it seems like either it's solved or it's going to be in litigation. But as of now, we have the Michigan Panthers, or at minimum, we have a team in Michigan, and I'm signed up on that. So let's jump right into this. So here's what we did, guys. We got the old ranking board out. If you guys are old, longtime subscribers, you'll remember when we ranked the XFL team names and logos, the XFL balls. I believe we did the spring league names and logos. Well, now we have the USFL. I was going to do the mains and the alts, but I think they're all similar enough to where we can just kind of jump right into this. Now, one thing that some people pointed out online is that there's a lot of red. And I mean, maybe kind of. I mean, these are the only two, I believe, the Generals and the Stars, that have the same base red. I mean, they'll have to be wise with how they do their jerseys. I think there was a few instances in the AAF where it was a little confusing. But, I mean, if they have home and away jerseys, that easily solves for that. But, I mean, we'll see. Now, this is tough because I'm going to start this right off the bat and say I like all of the logos. I actually think they're all slick. They have a little bit of nostalgia there with a little bit of a modern touch, right? So it's kind of hard to start try to figure out where to start on this list. I think what I'm going to do, and some of these may change as I go through it, and feel free to leave your feedback in the comments, leave your rankings in the chat or the comments. Let me know if you agree, if you disagree, and we'll kind of get through this together. So, I mean, looking at this, and funny enough, blue is my favorite color. I mean, you probably couldn't tell with my set is all dark and everything like that. But blue is my favorite color. But I don't know. I know that this matches the New Orleans lifestyle, or not lifestyle, but some of the images that I've seen in the area. I'm not sure exactly what it was in reference to, so I apologize. Somebody, I'm sure, will let me know in the chat or the comments. But I think I'm going to have to start there. I think this goes at number 8. And it's not that I don't like it. It's just, it doesn't stand out to me the most, right? So, I mean, again, I like the colors and I like the motions, but I mean, it leaves a little bit to desire. Now, I had a couple thoughts about this before jumping in, and I'm really trying to rearrange my thoughts in my head before because I think the next pick, if it's the pick I'm thinking about making, I think the next pick might upset some folks. But you know what? I think I'm going to have to do it. So the Birmingham Stallions, and again, I like it, but to me, it leaves a little bit to desire. This one, more so than the rest of them, I like the subtle updates the least, if that makes sense. This, not that it's bad, but this feels spring league, if that makes sense, right? When you look at the past spring leagues, one of the things that people have noticed is sometimes their logos aren't the greatest. And not to say that this isn't a great logo, but this one just opens up. I mean, the old logo was so iconic, right? And I do like what they've done. And I think they could probably fix this. I think it might have to do something with the outlining here. Maybe it looks a little too cartoony. I don't know. Man. So I think we're going to leave it there for now. These might move around. So I know fans online, and I'm not necessarily taking fan consideration. I'm not factoring that, at least right now. But I did see a lot of Pittsburgh fans upset that the logo wasn't black and gold. I like the clash of this orange and purple, but I see what they're saying, right? The Stars logo, honestly, I like their alternative logo better. The thing I don't like about this logo is, and this is silly, this is going to be silly, quite honestly, I don't like the slant because it never looks like it's centered. Like this is a centered image, but it doesn't look centered. That's just my weird brain, just because I do design work from time to time. So I think those are my next 2 picks for number 6. Now, Philadelphia Stars or the Breakers? Philadelphia Stars or the Maulers. Man, people in Pennsylvania are going to hate me, I guess, if I'm putting it down to them. You know, I'm going to put the Maulers at number 6 for now. I'm going to put the Maulers at number 6. I'm going to put the Stars at 5. We'll put them at 5. Again, I'm already thinking some of this might change, just looking at what we have now. So the homer in me wants to put Michigan at number 1. But realistically, looking at the options that we have in front of us right now, I mean, it's hard to put them above the Generals. It's hard to put them above the Gamblers. Now, the Bandits, because this almost falls to the same, it almost has the same problem as the Stallions, where there's almost too much work done to it. Panthers or Bandits? You know what? Oh, because this is going to make some people upset too. Because I mean, Bandit football, I'll say this, looking at the social media accounts, there was a lot of folks happy to see Bandit football back in Tampa Bay. But I'm just not a huge fan. And again, I don't know what it is. I think it's just there's too much outline going on, maybe. Seems maybe, yeah, I think you're going at number 4. Then I think this has to go at number 3. Man, this is getting tough. All right, let's try to figure out the top 2. So we have the Houston Gamblers. We have the New Jersey Generals. Now, the Generals, nostalgia factor for sure. And I think I do love the logo. I mean, when we look back at the Spring League, this is one of the only logo that survived. And I think there's been some other iterations of the Generals throughout the past. But this Houston Gamblers logo is just too sweet. I mean, the silhouette of the state of Texas, the star right in the heart of Texas on Houston, being surrounded by the G for Gamblers. I mean, it's beautiful. Now, one thing that I did see people make a point of online is you can't gamble in Houston. And I mean, that is true. That is true. I expect that's actually going to change in the near future. I don't care. I love the Gamblers. It's a good old cowboy lifestyle that, although you can't legally gamble, believe me, there's plenty of poker rooms scattered all over the state. Actually, my friend and I go there every so often. Sometimes I win, sometimes I lose a lot. So, Generals or Gamblers, you know what? So I think I'm putting Generals at number 2. We're putting the Gamblers at number 1. But let's see, do we want to change any of these around? So just to bring you into my thought process here, I'm half thinking swapping these two around right here because my one grievance with the Stars logo is that it doesn't look centered. That is a me problem and not a rest of the world problem. And I really dig their alternative logo. Yeah, so I think these are bumping. So I think, whoa, wayo, hot dog. Let's swap these out here. So we're going to put you here. We're going to put you here. Let's look at the rest of this now. So we got Breakers at 8, Stallions at 7, which I think is going to cause some problems here. The Maulers at 6. Another one that's going to absolutely cause some problems. The Bandits at 5. The Stars at 4. The Panthers at 3. Generals 2. Gamblers 1. So I think 1 and 2 are a solid pick. Man, I don't know. Are the Stars going to make a run up here? Are they going to make a run up here? Because I almost think, again, maybe it's the homer in me that put them up so high. Oh, don't kill me, Michigan Panthers fans. Man, Philadelphia Stars fans, though, I bet you're feeling pretty good about these second judgments here. So let's look at this. I think this is it. I think this is final pick. That's it. Hand on the buzzer. Here we go. And again, feel free to drop your rankings in the chat, in the comments, social media. Sign us up. So at number 8, we got the New Orleans Breakers. Number 7, the Birmingham Stallions. Again, don't kill me. Don't kill me. This is just my opinion. I want to hear your opinions down in the comment and chat as well. 6, the Maulers. 5, Tampa Bay Bandits. Number 4, my home team, the Michigan Panthers. Last professional team to win a championship in Michigan. Asterisk, other than the Drive. Number 3, Philadelphia Stars. You can thank me later, Stars fans. Number 2, the New Jersey Generals. Nostalgia maybe put a lot into that, but I really do like that logo. It's classic, if you will. And number 1, it always had to be the Houston Flippin' Gamblers. Man, this is fun. This is a good time. Like I said, it's been a while since we even did a stream. Our first stream back after, I think, 5 or 6 months was last Saturday. Here we are just a couple days later on a Tuesday getting signed up of all things right before Thanksgiving. I hope everybody's going to have a good Thanksgiving. We'll switch to the cam. Switch into the cam. Boom. All right. Look at this. Feels like we're actually getting places. Once I get the real camera set up, we're going to get the background set up a little bit better. I'm going to do a couple things with this as well to solve for a couple things as well. But we're having a good time. I think that's part of the charm, though, is watching it build, watching us kind of stumble along. So, yeah, I hope everybody has a good, at least all the American fans, I hope you have a good Thanksgiving. Let us know your plans down in the comments, down in the chat, wherever. Because I'll tell you this Thursday, we have a group article coming out on Pro Football Newsroom, a kind of a collaborative effort between some of the newsroom crew, if you will. So, for instance, we got Jake Henry in there. We got the ref in there. I believe Zach's going to be in there. Tron Hawkins. We have Let's Talk XFL. And we're all going to give you the reasons we're thankful for spring football. So you can also let us know down in the comments below as well. Why are you thankful for spring football? Is it for an opportunity to play? Is it because you like to support up-and-coming leagues? Let us know. Is it the excitement of being part of something from the ground up? I mean, those are all options that are out there, but feel free to let us know yours as well. Like I said, Thanksgiving, good time of year to just kind of sit back, relax, be thankful for everything that you have and the people around you. I mean, I've grew up in Detroit where there's a lot of negative people, but the people that are positive are probably some of the greatest people in the world. But you learn very fast that it's easy to be engulfed in negativity, right? So don't let that happen to you. That's the one advice I'll give you. I know there's a lot of younger folks that watch this program. And for the older folks, if you're ever feeling down, sign you out, feel free to reach out. I'm always there to have a good time with everybody. The internet is my favorite thing for that reason alone. But hopefully you do have a good Thanksgiving. Hopefully you eat too much. Hopefully you have leftovers for days. You know, the kind I'm talking about. A good old piece of bread, some turkey, some stuffing, maybe some cranberry sauce, some gravy. Do it up. Sign you up. I think that's all we have for you today. A little bit shorter stream. Like I said, it was more impromptu, more to just kind of rank the team names, rank the logos. Like I said, you might agree with my opinions. You might disagree. But we want to hear from you as well. Let us know down in the comments below. Let us know on social media. You know, one of the things I didn't mention on the last show, we also have a Discord. So if you want to talk to a bunch of like-minded spring football fans, click the link down in the comments below. There's a bunch. I think we have about 300 to 500 people in there now. It's getting a little bit more active. If you're looking for all the latest news or just looking to have a good time with people and talk football, sports, or anything in general, click the link to the Discord. It's always a good time. And as always, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Here's what would be really nice. If you could sign me up on this, and you don't have to, but if you could like the video, and if you're subscribed, that's cool. But if you could click the bell is the big thing right now, guys. The bell is the big thing. The Philadelphia Stars will agree. The bell is the big thing. YouTube wants the bell. Give us the bell, guys. Sign you up on the bell. Ring the bell, Blondie style. I won't sing it for you. I won't do it. But ring the bell. If you maybe just ring the bell. All right, sign you up. But again, on Twitter, we got a whole bunch of things going on. We have @TheRefSays. That's my personal account. But also follow us at USFL Newsroom and at XFL Newsroom, as well as PF Newsroom. But I think that's it, guys. So until next time, I think that's about it. Oh, you know what? One more thing. We do have a new hat. The Ref hat. We got the Ref hoodie. We got Ref t-shirts. We also have XFL Newsroom, CFL Newsroom, Pro Football Newsroom, USFL Newsroom merch as well. Just head to profootballnewsroom.com. Hit shop in the menu. All the money all the proceeds go back into making the site better and bringing you more content. So do that if you want. You don't have to, but the bell. Click the bell. So I think that's about it for this episode. So until next time, yeah, I think that's it. Sign you off.
Low self-esteem is like a virus. You catch it from other people. Low self-esteem is like a virus. You catch it from other people. You didn't get your low self-esteem necessarily because you were born with it. It's got to be a genetic component here. But mostly it comes from narcissists who have their own broken self-esteem, and they want you to have a broken self-esteem, and if you don't have it, they're going to give it to you. You catch it from other people, and you can get rid of it, just like you can get rid of it. Right? Low self-esteem is like a virus. You catch it from other people. Low self-esteem is like a virus. You catch it from other people. You do have a constitution. You do have immunity. But it takes a little while, just like any cold. And the cold wins for a while, and then your natural immunity takes over. Your natural immunity can get you away from this low self-esteem that you caught from other people. It's not in you. It's something you caught. And you're going to beat the shit out of it. Just like your immune system will beat the shit out of it. 99% of you plus. Low self-esteem is like a virus.